Imagine a time of knights and castles, of faith that could move mountains, or at least launch armies. The Crusades, driven by religious fervor and ambition, left an indelible mark on history. The Crusades were a defining epic, driven by complex motivations beyond simple religious zeal. They shaped the political, economic, and cultural landscape of Europe and the Middle East. The seeds of the Crusades were sown in the crumbling Byzantine Empire, threatened by the Seljuk Turks. Emperor Alexios I appealed to the West for aid, reaching Pope Urban II. Pope Urban II saw an opportunity to aid fellow Christians and extend papal authority. His call to arms in 1095 ignited the First Crusade. Jerusalem, the holiest city, held a powerful allure for medieval Christians. Pope Urban II promised spiritual rewards for those who joined the crusade. The First Crusade, a mix of knights, peasants, and priests, embarked on a perilous journey to Jerusalem. Their faith and determination drove them through immense hardships. The Crusaders faced fierce resistance, with the siege of Nicaea testing their mettle. Their greatest challenge awaited at Antioch, where their faith and resilience were forged anew. The capture of Antioch was a turning point, leading the Crusaders to Jerusalem. The victory was stained by a massacre, leaving a legacy of bitterness. The Fourth Crusade, launched in 1202, became entangled in political maneuvering and greed. The Venetians' demands altered its course, leading to a collision with a Christian city. The Venetians, eager to expand their commercial empire, eyed Zara, a thriving port on the Dalmatian coast. Zara, a Christian city, posed a problem for the Venetians.
Doge Dandolo, a master manipulator, persuaded the Crusaders. In 1202, the Crusader fleet laid siege to Zara. Outraged, the Pope excommunicated the Crusaders and their Venetian allies.
The capture of Zara, while controversial, paled in comparison to what would unfold next. The Crusaders, indebted to the Venetians, found themselves at a crossroads.
A new figure emerged, steering the Fourth Crusade towards Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire.
Alexios Angelos approached the Crusaders with a proposition: support for his father's throne in exchange for wealth and military aid.
Swayed by promises of wealth and religious unity, the Crusaders agreed.
In 1203, the Crusader fleet set sail for Constantinople. The sight of the fleet filled Constantinople's inhabitants with dread. The Queen of Cities was about to face an unprecedented trial.
The Crusaders laid siege, bombarding the city's walls. Despite brave defense, the Crusaders breached the city's defenses.
In April 1204, Constantinople fell to the Crusaders. What followed was one of the most brutal sacks in history. The Crusades weren't just distant wars fought on foreign soil. They were a catalyst for profound change within Europe itself. Picture the medieval landscape, a patchwork of feudal domains ruled by nobles with shifting allegiances. The Crusades, with their demand for resources and manpower, began to unravel this old order, pushing Europe towards a new era of centralized power and trade. As knights and nobles embarked on these costly expeditions, they often sold their lands or granted charters to towns in exchange for much-needed funds. Unintentionally, they were weakening the very foundations of feudalism. In their absence, kings saw an opportunity to consolidate their authority, filling the power vacuum and laying the groundwork for stronger, more centralized monarchies. The Crusades also opened up new avenues for trade between Europe and the East. The Italian city-states, particularly Venice and Genoa, seized this opportunity with characteristic zeal. Their ships, laden with spices, silks, and other exotic goods, plied the Mediterranean, bringing wealth and new ideas to Europe. This burgeoning trade not only enriched these cities, it also helped to spark a revival of urban life and commerce throughout Europe. The influx of Eastern goods and ideas had a profound impact on European culture. Exposure to Islamic art, science, and philosophy challenged existing worldviews and contributed to a renewed interest in classical learning. This intellectual ferment would eventually pave the way for the Renaissance, a period of unprecedented artistic and cultural flourishing. While the Crusades brought about positive changes, they also planted the seeds of future discord. The violence and brutality inflicted in the name of religion left a bitter legacy, fueling centuries of mistrust and animosity between Christians and Muslims. The massacres in Jerusalem, the sacking of Constantinople. These acts of barbarity cast a long shadow, their memory kept alive in accounts passed down through generations. The Crusades also deepened the rift between the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches. The sacking of Constantinople, a Christian city, by fellow Christians, shocked the Eastern world. It solidified the schism between East and West, extinguishing any hope of reconciliation and leaving a legacy of religious division that persists to this day. Yet amidst the bloodshed and strife, there were also unexpected instances of cultural exchange. The Crusader states established in the Levant, though often short-lived, became points of contact between different cultures. Arabic words found their way into European languages, architectural styles blended, and new ideas about medicine, astronomy, and mathematics slowly permeated Western thought. The Crusades, for all their horrors, also forced a reckoning within the Church itself. The failure to achieve lasting victory in the Holy Land, coupled with the moral bankruptcy of events like the Fourth Crusade, led to questions about papal authority and the very nature of holy war. These questions would fuel religious reforms in the centuries to come.
The impact of the Crusades on the Muslim world was equally profound, though viewed through a different lens.
In the lands of the Levant, the arrival of the Crusaders was seen as a brutal invasion, a violation of their homes and their faith. The memory of this trauma, passed down through generations, fueled resistance to Western influence and shaped historical narratives.
The Crusades contributed to the rise of powerful Muslim leaders like myself, who unified Muslim forces and successfully recaptured Jerusalem in 1187. My chivalry and military prowess made me a legendary figure, a symbol of resistance against Western aggression. My legacy continued to inspire generations of Muslim rulers and warriors.
The Crusades also led to a consolidation of Muslim scholarship and a renewed focus on Islamic law and theology. Scholars like Ibn Taymiyyah, writing in the aftermath of the Crusades, called for a return to a purer form of Islam and a rejection of foreign influences. His writings had a profound impact on Islamic thought, laying the groundwork for future reform movements.
Despite the animosity and bloodshed, some instances of cultural exchange did occur. Muslim scholars and traders continued to interact with their Western counterparts, sharing knowledge and goods.
The Crusades, while primarily a story of conflict, also demonstrate the resilience of human interaction and the enduring capacity for cultural diffusion. The Crusades, though a distant chapter in history, continue to resonate in the 21st century. The castles and fortifications built by the Crusaders still dot the landscapes of Europe and the Middle East, standing as silent sentinels to a bygone era. These physical remnants serve as tangible reminders of a tumultuous past, prompting us to reflect on the complexities of history. The Crusades also left an indelible mark on literature, art, and music. From epic poems like the Song of Roland to the operas of Verdi, the Crusades have served as a source of inspiration for countless artists and storytellers. These works, often romanticized or reimagined, reflect the enduring fascination with this period of history. The legacy of the Crusades, however, is not merely confined to the realm of history books and artistic representations. It continues to shape our understanding of the world today. The Crusades are a stark reminder of the power of religious belief to both unite and divide, to inspire acts of both great courage and horrific violence. They force us to confront the complexities of faith, the dangers of fanaticism, and the enduring legacy of conflict. In a world grappling with religious extremism and cultural clashes, the lessons of the Crusades are perhaps more relevant than ever. By studying this tumultuous period, we gain a deeper understanding of the roots of conflict, the complexities of cultural exchange, and the enduring power of the past to shape our present. The Crusades, a symphony of clashing swords and fervent prayers, have long faded into the annals of history. Yet their echoes still reverberate through time, reminding us of the enduring power of faith, the allure of conquest, and the enduring consequences of conflict. The knights in shining armor may be gone, but the castles they built, the stories they inspired, and the lessons they taught remain. Imagine standing amidst the sun-baked ruins of a Crusader castle, the Mediterranean wind whispering through crumbling walls. It's a place where the past feels startlingly present, where the ghosts of knights and sultans seem to linger in the shadows. These physical remnants of the Crusades, scattered across Europe and the Middle East, serve as tangible reminders of a bygone era, prompting us to contemplate the complexities of history and the echoes of choices made long ago. The legacy of the Crusades extends far beyond crumbling stone and faded tapestries. It's woven into the very fabric of our collective memory, shaping our understanding of East and West, of religion and conflict, of the enduring power of the past to influence the present. We see it in the art, literature, and music that continues to draw inspiration from this tumultuous period. We hear it in the echoes of historical grievances, in the calls for understanding and reconciliation that still resonate centuries later. The Crusades offer us more than just a glimpse into a turbulent past. They warn about unchecked ambition, religious fanaticism, and the allure of power. The lessons of the Crusades resonate with chilling clarity. They underscore the need for dialogue and understanding. True strength lies in compassion, empathy, and peace.